Hello and welcome into this week's edition of the NASCAR Xfinity Series Rewind show right here on Racing News Now. As always, I'm your host Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. On today's Xfinity Rewind, we're looking back at Saturday's 21st Annual Production Alliance Group 300. 150 laps, 300 miles around the 2-mile Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. 5 caution flags in this race for a total of 28 laps. Nothing happening of note in the first stage. That ended at lap 35 as Kyle Busch took the Stage 1 victory. Starting off right where he left off for the last couple weeks in the Xfinity Series. Will he be able to finish it off, though? Stage 2 concluded lap 70. Again, Kyle Busch is your Stage 2 winner. We're getting closer. Kyle Busch still up front. Does he get win number 200 today? Lap 85, the 23 of John Hunter Nemechek and the 39 of Ryan Sieg got together on the front stretch for the first caution for an incident of the day. Lap number 112, the 22 of Austin Cindric spun in turn 4 to bring out the caution. And lap 125, the 19 of Brandon Jones found the wall in turn 3 to bring out the caution. That would be your final caution of the day. 13 lead changes among 6 drivers. Kyle Busch led the most, 98 laps. So he led the most laps and won both stages. Looking like win number 200 for the day. Cole Custer led 29 laps. Tyler Reddick led 10. 5 laps apiece went to Christopher Bell and Michael Annett, and Noah Gragson led 3 laps. All right, let's get to your results for the day. Did Kyle Busch get win number 200 across the 3 National Series? No, he did not. Cole Custer was able to take his first victory of the season, his 3rd career Xfinity Series victory, and lock himself into the 2019 playoffs. Had probably the fastest car there on the last run, which was amazing as Kyle Busch had dominated the entire race, but Busch just really couldn't do anything with him on the last run and had to settle for 2nd. Kyle's teammate Christopher Bell came home with a strong 3rd place finish. Tyler Reddick continues his very strong season for RCR in 4th, and Chase Briscoe rounds out the top 5 to put both SHR cars in the top 5. Rest of your top 10, Austin Cindric, Brandon Jones, Ryan Preece, Justin Allgaier, and Justin Haley. Interesting to note, Ryan Preece in the 8 car for the 2nd week in a row is your highest finishing Junior Motorsports car, there, that being the 8 car, which just something interesting to note there. 2 different drivers, but 2 weeks in a row, that 8 car is your highest performing Junior Motorsports car. 11th through 20th. 11th, Ryan Sieg here, even after his incident, still able to come back for a decent finish. Looking like a really good season shaping up here for Ryan Sieg. Your other 2 Junior Motorsports cars, 12th and 13th, Noah Gragson and Michael Annett. Ross Chastain down here in the 18th position. 21st through 30th, John Hunter Nemechek, we talked about his accident. He landed in the 28th position. Final page, 31st through 37th. Most of these drivers out early with various mechanical issues. All right, that's your results from the Production Alliance Group 300. So let's head over to the Media Center. We'll see what Cole and his team had to say after this one.
Well, even when he was in front of us, I felt like if the restart came out or a really long run happened, I feel like we could have maybe caught him. I mean, we were pretty even, I would say, but right there when they had that mistake on pit road, that definitely made it so I just knew I had to get clean air and I needed to pull away as fast as I could because I knew we were the 2nd fastest car, or you know, it was pretty much between us 2. You know, so I needed to get as far away as possible and build up a lead, and we were just able to do that.
I mean, I've seen a lot with Cole, you know, racing against him for the last 2 years previous to this. You know, he has a lot of talent, and we just needed to fine-tune it and find where he was the weakest at and capitalize on them. He's got plenty of speed. He's got a lot of poles. Just needed to finish off the car. You know, the big thing was he had real good short-run speed, so we focused more on the long-run speed. Bringing over Davin Restino, you know, was a big help getting us going. He's been my engineer for the last 4 years and brought him over here. So that was a big help to get everything going faster. Just everything came together. They had a good core group of guys at the shop, and we just all hit it off, started working together, and starting to see now the cars that we were able to build back in January.
Yeah, I mean, there's a long list of people who was their hometown race. I mean, it was for me, Thompson Pipe Group, who was on the car this week. They're, 10 miles from here. And they actually, a lot of people don't know the story. I grew up racing with their family, and my quarter midget track shut down in Pomona, and Ken Thompson had a, concrete business, made pipes, and so they built a quarter midget, concrete racetrack at Orange Show Speedway and kept everybody racing in the quarter midget community. So I probably wouldn't be here without them. And then Haas Animation, I wouldn't be here without them. Also, how much Gene supported me, and they're right up in Ventura. So I mean, it was a great race for everybody.
And we'll take a look at your playoff grid here very quickly before wrapping up tonight. Now, 3 drivers locked into this season's Xfinity Series playoffs, those being Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, and Michael Annett. Custer actually higher than Bell in terms of overall points accrued thus far, but Bell has more playoff points thus far, which is why we've put him at the top of the playoff grid, as he has 8 and Custer has 6. Tyler Reddick, though, leading not only the drivers that are in the playoff grid on points, but he is also your overall points leader at this point. He has 7 more points than Cole Custer thus far this season. A little bit of moving and shaking here toward the bottom. Ryan Sieg falling a couple spots with his 11th place finish. Still 9th, though. Very good start to the season for Ryan Sieg. John Henry Nemechek falls to 10th. Chase Briscoe now into the playoff picture in 11th. And Ross Chastain falls out this week down to 13th. All right, that is the quick look at your playoff grid before we wrap up here tonight. And I believe that will do it for us. So, Cup Series preview show coming up tomorrow morning at its normal time, 10 a.m. Sunday morning, to get you ready for the Auto Club 400 from Auto Club Speedway. We'll talk about a very crazy qualifying session as well as everything else to get you ready for tomorrow's race, or actually probably will be today's race by the time this goes up. And then, of course, Cup Series Rewind coming up tomorrow evening, Sunday evening, to recap that race. And pole position Monday evening, as usual, at 8 p.m. to recap everything that happened this weekend. I know we got a lot going on this weekend. 2 NASCAR races from California. We've got F1 starting their season. IMSA's at Sebring. I believe we had some World of Outlaws action, and there might have even been 1 or 2 other things that we'll have on there. So, jam-packed pole position Monday evening, as usual, to quickly catch you up on everything that happened for the weekend. So if you haven't done it already, you need to go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. And while you're down there, why don't you hit that big thumbs up button if you like the video. It is much appreciated when you do, and it helps us out so much when you do that. But at that, this has been the NASCAR Xfinity Series Rewind Show. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.